dropping it tonight. Interesting episode. I saw some, some thoughts. I think it was on either Instagram or Reddit. I don't know. I've been on Instagram and Reddit lately. But I saw some stuff on Instagram and Reddit, going into this episode about, what people are speculating. And unfortunately, some of those people were correct. We're getting that, unnatural birth, which we've obviously seen before. However, it's a little bit different this time in the sense that, this unnatural birth created twins. And, one twin was loyal to the, to the covenant which she was born to. And the other was unfortunately not, right? I really think that this episode really went into, that death denial, or that, that denial, that resistance to change that, we've been accustomed to seeing in Star Wars, and how, it not only affects the light side, but it also affects the dark side. I really appreciate that. To me, that's what this episode was about. The sister May, she was the one that was committed to the coven. She felt like that was, the path that the thread chose for her to walk. Far as Osha, felt like the thread, the force called her to do something a little bit different. And it's just, we get to see that outward/inward struggle of, choosing to walk one path versus choosing to walk another path. I really am seeing the comparisons between Master Soul and Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm definitely, getting that vibe from him. And, what I mean by that is that, that nurturing vibe, and, hey, this is a hard process. I went through the same process, so I'm going to be here to guide you through that process. So, I hope that we get a little bit more flashbacks, and, hopefully next week we get to see, Osha's training under Master Soul, at least in that beginning part. However, I will say I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't necessarily progress the story, in a sense that we're not closer to finding out who the Sith guy is. But, I can only speculate that, he has some tie to, the coven, just based off what happened, like with the way it ended. It was very, like, again, the sister May didn't, she didn't want to let go of her sister, that death denial. Far as, May, she didn't necessarily want to let go of her family either, but she decided in her heart that she wanted to leave her family. So it was really, an interesting episode, really poetic episode in terms of Star Wars. I'm interested to see what's going to come next. I'm glad that we got to see a little bit more of Trinity, in the Star Wars universe. Because I was talking trash last week about that. So, get to see a little bit more. It wasn't necessarily on the action standpoint, but, it's still good to see her in the universe regardless. Honestly, to me, the Coven, I was like, okay, it looked like it's giving Night Sisters, if you know, you know. But, who knows? It might be, but, based on the markings, I don't know, because the one lady with the horns, and she had the black makeup and stuff, and that looked like, she was Darth Maulin, and she was the lady from Ahsoka, Morgan Elsbeth. So I don't know, they could take that a lot of places. So, we'll see what happens next week. But honestly, I might rewatch the episode tomorrow and have different thoughts, and I might want to drop another video. But this is my immediate reaction. Yeah, man. So we'll see what they roll out next week.